Welcome back to my channel. Hi everybody. I'm back. I'm here at my gallery. I finally figured out how to do it here. Now I'm using the camera on my computer here at work. And I decided that I wanted to do a reveal. It's not an unboxing. I wanted to show this new Dooney and Bourke bag that I've ordered. I use 6 Easy Pay, so this is new. I did order, and this is the wine. I did order the charcoal in as is because I'm curious what condition it comes in as an as is. But this is a beautiful, lovely, lush, lovely. You just want to lay on it. But anyway, as I said before, I'm an artist, and in the last month, you haven't seen me, right? I haven't had a video. I'm so sorry. I've been busy painting. So I'll show you some of my paintings, and this is a great big one. It's a 40 by 60. What's it, 5 foot by 4 foot, 3 foot, whatever. Big landscape. That's an oak tree. There's a road, hills, farmhouses, back hills, lighting. The lighting in here is not so great for this video. And I'm asking for a video camera for Christmas. Yay! That'll help. So this is as good as it gets. You can see there's another room back there. There's another door here for another big exhibit room. And I'm in the main exhibit room. And it's a gallery that it's the end of the day. And I've had, I don't know, probably 60 people in here today. So I'm a little tired, but happy. And the holidays brought a lot of people. It's a tourist town in to check out this plaza and enjoy the few galleries we have here. There's a lot of wine tasting too. Kind of tells you where I am. So people are feeling good. So speaking of wine, I know the color wine. That's for sure. And this is the color that I ordered. And I know a lot of ladies on reviews about this bag, this Dooney and Bourke, and it's the Logo Lock in suede with the Vachetta trim in butterscotch. And I just thought it would be great to try to see if I love the suede. I'm not wearing suede today. I have a couple of suede jackets. I have one that's in, what do you call it? Espresso chocolate brown. Beautiful espresso color. And cognac. I have 2 leather suede jackets. And I think they're Basso coats. And they're beautiful. And but right now it's about 100 billion degrees outside. I think it's like 94, and I'm sitting here. If you hear this thing grinding, that's my air conditioner over there. So I apologize for the noise. So hopefully you can hear me above it. But I have to have it on, or I'm just going to melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to fall apart right in front of you while I'm sharing this new bag reveal. And I wanted to do a comparison between that and the regular Logo Lock, because a lot of women are stating in their reviews on the queue, they're saying, my God, this bag is really no different than the Logo Lock. I mean, it's a large, generous bag. And it is. It is still generous, but it's a hobo silhouette. And so I think they have a hobo and a slouch and everything. Don't they tend to be bigger bags by nature? So I'm not sure that they can redesign this smaller, because what kind of a drop would you have if you don't have enough leather and suede in this case? So this is the suede version, and I just want to go over it. I think Can Beauty probably would do a much better job than me, but I'm going to give it a shot, okay? So we'll see what goes on with that. So I'm going to go move back and forth between my artwork. These are some paintings. I represent 15 different artists. And so these are some of the paintings. Not all of them are mine. Some of them are other artists that I show. And they do beautiful work, I'm telling you. They have so much talent. So anyway, I'm going to move out of the way so you can see this painting. of mine. If I take this down, but you can see the road. It's just a big, very impressionist piece. I do contemporary impressionism in oil and watercolor. So those are the two mediums I like painting in. So this is another little painting that I did of a sunset. It's hard to see as the sun is setting with the clouds in the distance. And it's just a simple little landscape. This painter, this is another really cute painting of mine. But actually, I do show the work of Lori Kersey, two cows under a tree, so which is very typical of our area. And this is another artist that I love showing, and he does beautiful vineyards and eucalyptus trees, very reminiscent of our area, and beautiful. And this is by Douglas Morgan. He did a wonderful job with that painting. So we show a lot of plein air. That means plein air means to paint on location rather than from photographs in your studio. It's just French for, it's real simple, it sounds complicated. French for outdoors. So it means we paint outdoors on location. Here's another really sweet one with cows. This is by Lori Kersey. Beautiful little vignette. And then here's another one of mine. And we also show the beautiful work of Jim McVicker. So they're just lovely, there we go, lovely landscapes. All these artists are accomplished. And here's another one. You get a sense of, this is one of mine, of poppies and hills and oaks with roads. I like roads in my paintings. Go figure. I have one in that big one. So that big one took me about a month and a half to complete. And guys, I had to get some work done because this is a high season for us and time for sales and making money, so I can afford these bags, right? So anyway, I wanted to share with you a review of this Suede Logo Lock. And I love, of course, the beautiful hardware. Looks really good on this bag. I'm going to put it up close. But do you see the color? You know, I'm sorry if it doesn't show well enough. You see the red in there, but it's really a muted burgundy is what it is. It's really not a red, vibrant wine. And I think some women have sort of complained about that it's a little more muted, and it has a little chocolate brown in it. And that's why I ordered it to go with my espresso brown jacket, and it looks beautiful with it. And then the contrasting trim, and they call these knee pads. I think it's so cute. Little knee pads, shoulder pads, but I think it's knee since it's down here on the bottom. And underneath, of course, are the feet. You can hear them. Do the Dooney dance. Woo, woo, woo. I make such a fool of myself. What is up with that? So anyway, I'm an artist. I'm crazy, okay? Not that crazy. I know how to have a gallery and run a business, so I guess I can't be all bad. But anyway, so it's suede underneath, plus these feet. I'm not sure these little things really keep the bag off the ground, but I think it gives the whole bag more structure by having these feet and these strips of leather. But it is cute having the kind of chic, having the contrasting. And then the beautiful hardware, and as they show on the cue so well, is you can flip it to the logo, Dooney and Bourke, black, the black circle, which is a nice contrast with this sort of a gold silver. It goes with gold, it goes with silver. It's a great metal because it kind of blends with whatever you're wearing. And then the Dooney duck, whack, whack. So I understand that Dooney duck comes from, I think the company originated in Oregon. It had to do with ducks and Oregon ducks and lakes, and so I think there's a history to that whole logo thing. And even though I think it's now being made on the East Coast. So anyway, so then you've got the trim here. It's not suede, so the Vachetta is here. Now on the other pebble leather logo lock, it's all pebble leather, the entire thing. And we're going to compare the two. So here's the interior, and the difference with this one is that it has red. It has the zip pocket, okay, has the slip, which I use for my i6 Plus phone. Wow, do I love that phone. It's hard on my hand though. My hand's not wide enough, but I tell you, I use it a lot. It turned out to be a great little find, that phone. Anyway, so 3 slip pockets. 1, 2, 3. So it's still got the 3 pockets in there with the red interior. Lovely. And you can see the side of it. Now, I figured something out about the sides, what they did. In order to keep that slouchy, lovely, without losing the style. So I'm going to put it on my shoulder so you can see it with my, I have a little denim skirt on. Okay. Now in the beginning, these bags slip off your shoulder. I get it. They do. When it starts to relax, it molds to your shoulder. And especially Vachetta leather, you know how it relaxes. So it's kind of stiff a little bit, even the suede, but you just rough it up with your hand and all the packing indentations, you just rub it up, rough it up, and it does fine. I think they keep it stiff because it's got some kind of sizing on it, probably to protect it, and you want that. You don't want it just super saturated where any, fluids get on there, you're in trouble. So, love this bag, and I plan to wear it. It looks good with denim, with my suede jackets, and denim looks good. So here's the suede. Here's the back of it. You can see the little shoulder pads, I guess knee pads. There, see how it's attached here. And it has contrasting stitching. So it's quite lush. I mean, it's a very tacky, you just want to pet it like your little kitty cat. But it's voluminous. I mean, you could have your entire, you could put your kids in there. You could put your chihuahuas. You could put 4 of them in there. Cart your little animals around. Yeah, your little dogs. And anything else. Bottles of wine. Whatever it is you need. Picnic basket. So it's big. It's got a good size in there. There's the tag. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get onto it. Let's compare the 2 bags. Now I'm going to put the stuffing back in here. Come on. So it holds its shape a little bit. I figured out what the difference is between this and this. Okay, so now we're going to compare these 2. This is 100% pebble leather. This color is called the taupe, and it's a khaki green color. And I'm going to wear it. But do you see how it's got more depth of leather than the other? The other one's a little neater. This really has lots of leather to it. And I wear lots of khaki. In fact, there's khaki in the skirt. And I love wearing the khaki color. So this color of taupe is really, I call it khaki. It's green. It's got a green undertone. It's like a light olive, very, very light olive. And so I wear a lot of this color. It actually matches a few of my Adirondack jackets and safari jackets perfectly. So that's why I bought this one. But I love, what is the other color? The oyster is beautiful. It's more blush than this. This is green. The other is more purple pink. So I have this one. But here's the comparison, side by side. What they did was, okay, and it's harder to see, get this up here. This has less depth. This is shorter in depth. This is wider in depth down here, basically. Okay, let's do that. They both bow out, but you can see they have the same height, but this part from here to here, okay, almost looks the same, but it's a little bit narrower right here. So all they did was they went and they shortened it this way in terms of volume of leather. Here, you can see if I pump it down, how much more volume of leather poofs out above it. So they just inched this part back on this bag. And that's why a lot of women go, it's not much smaller. What are you talking about? Okay. I think the heights are the same. I think. I'm putting them together. This might be slightly, ever so slightly taller. It may not be. I got to look at the measurements. But just slightly, a little hint of tall. That's it. But it's the narrowness that's different. But the width from here to here, not much different from here to here. So it just has more volume of leather poofing out. This is a little more tucked in. Not quite so blousy. That's not the word, blousy. But it's the same waist size, like a blouse, but it has less of the volume of fabric or leather. So you can see how much narrower it is here. This is much deeper. Wider, I mean. Wider, and so like that. Put it like this. I don't mean to go over this to nauseam, but it's just a little tighter in terms of this part. In terms of this part, it would look like almost the same, but you see how this spreads a little more. There's just, so they just took some of this off. That's it. And that's why I think women are thinking, oh, it's a smaller hobo. Well, a little bit, but I'm not sure if they designed a smaller hobo that it would work in terms of slouch. Because if you make this smaller, everything is smaller. Well, not necessarily. But this part, this drop, if you make it smaller, you don't have the slouch to allow for your arm to have a nice big slouch opening. And that's what makes a hobo. So I'm not sure hobos are good for everyone because you do have more bag. It's a style. It's the silhouette. So just warning you gals who are petite, who want a petite silhouette, they may have tried to design it smaller and it just didn't have the same, you know, then you end up with like the pebble leather, you know, in the other silhouettes that they have that are smaller that don't have any real slouch, like the European leather hobo that they have, and the Samba hobo, it's just very tailored. It's smaller, and it doesn't have all this drape. So I think you kind of get away from the drape issue. Anyway, I hope that's helpful. For those of you who haven't seen the logo lock before, here's the big one, and it has more of a pink interior. You see the pink fabric? And the leather trim on each of the pockets matches the leather on the actual bag. Now, one of the things you have to be careful of, you see how that, the way to protect that, and I think Lori and Bags of Love, all of them have talked about how to manage that. And Ivana, Becantan Beauty, is you can really break these by flopping it over. So a good idea to keep it from breaking this mechanism is to throw it inside as much as you can when you're opening it or whatever. If you let it just go, you can just knock the hell out of it and break it. So be careful, ladies, with your bags. So here's, see, it's all the same color. I think it has contrasting stitching here, but it is just one hunk of leather. Very soft, like a pillow. Feet, handles, and you know what? Love this bag. I think Ivana, no, it's Becantan Beauty, talked about having kind of a love, not so sure relationship with this bag. I'm like her. I went through the same thing, and now I love it. It grows on you. And yes, the shoulder strap can slip off. But I found when you have stuff in it, it molds to your shoulder, and I haven't had trouble with it just coming off. But in the beginning, it's stiff when you get out of the box. So hang some weights, put it on a door handle with some weights inside to mold it, to drop this bag down. And in a few days, it'll be a lot easier on your shoulder and stay there. So, and then you just hug it and grab it here. And it's just a lovely, lovely big pillow of leather. And I use it as an artist a lot. It's my style. You can see I'm an artist. So it kind of fits my hobo sort of hippie style. A bohemian is what the word is, not hippie. So here they are. And the logo, the lock is the same color on this one as on this one. But you see how it pops on that beautiful suede. So I'll just go around it one more time. And I'm going to do another video with the charcoal gray, comparing this to the charcoal gray. Have a good day, you guys. And I'm going to have some other videos talking about how to visit galleries and enjoy your experience at galleries, how to know what you're looking at. So when you go into a gallery, you're not so intimidated. You actually get to enjoy your experience whether you buy a painting or not. You don't have to, you know. I have a big sign on my door. You don't have to buy anything in here. You just come in and enjoy. People love that. So that's what I do. Have fun. I got to turn this off. You know me.